Okay, we're replacing the toilet bowl and toilet reservoir gaskets. I will show you this and how simple and quick and easy it is. We throw away toilet bowls we don't even need to throw away. All right, restoring this classic toilet, and let's show you. Let's finish this, and I will also be putting on the hardware we just custom painted toilet seat, and it's going to look really good. So let me show you how to do this. All right, this comes from Wind Supply. All right, they are franchise. This is the gasket that goes between the toilet reservoir and the toilet bowl, and they meet right down here. Okay, we'll be showing you that later. What else do we have in here? Okay. All right, we get new bolts for that. All right, and washers. And let's see, there's another one over here. Okay, now let's see what we get here. All right, there's the new brass bolts, stainless steel nuts and washers, and the rubber gaskets for top and bottom. Okay, let me show you how these go. First thing we do is we put the washer on. Okay, next we take the rubber washer. These need to be snug. Do not over tighten them. Just good and firm, snug. All right, now these are fit. All right, you want to thread these down to screw them down the threads. All right, till you get to the bottom. All right, I like to spray polyurethane on my metal. That helps to prevent any corrosion. Okay, and it's going down in my water. All right, I've sprayed these with poly. Okay, that will prevent them from not rusting, but becoming green. That's what brass has a tendency to do when it's in the water. So that should prevent that for years to come. All right, now let's get this toilet bowl loose. Okay. Take up this side. Okay, and we'll be taking out the one on the other side. All right, now let's get this other one off. All right. All right, we got that bolt off of there. Now let's pull the tank. All right, now we got the tank loose. Put the bolts off. Now we can remove the reservoir. Okay. Doesn't look like it's in too terrible of shape, but we're going to replace it anyway. Okay. Now, let's take this off. Yeah, it's got some dry rot, some cracking. This would have leaked before too long, so timing was good. Okay. This is the new one. Okay. Got the notches for this plastic, this bolt. That's the bolt that goes right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Vaseline on the rubber just so that it lasts a little bit longer. It won't get to dry out like this is. It will help it to last for years and years. I'm sure this is probably original. Came with the tank from the factory. All right, now we're going to take off these nuts. These are original nuts. Look at the difference between the original ones and the ones for today. As you can see, these are brass nuts. Okay. And these should be stainless steel. Look at the difference. These are much better made. I'm gonna keep these two mounting the same. I'm gonna clean them up. I'm going to reuse these as long as the bolt pattern, or not bolt pattern, as long as the threads are still the same. All right. I'm going to have to put a screwdriver on the inside. I'm going to spray it with some WD-40. So let's go get some WD-40. All right, that's some WD-40 on here. Okay, let that sit for a minute. All right, now we've got the WD-40 sprayed. Give it a few minutes to soak in there. Now let's break it loose. Okay. And these should be snug. Everything's snug, not super tight. Okay. These rubber washers, just good and snug. All right. This looks like that's probably a brass washer also. Okay, we'll be cleaning these up. All right. Now we'll do the other side. Then I'm holding it with the screwdriver, breaking it loose with the nut, with the wrench. All right. Now. Okay. Brass nuts, brass bolts, brass washers. No way like the old way. Need to get back to basics. Start doing things like we used to. They worked, and they worked forever, almost. I could reuse these bolts, but I'm not going to. The other ones are brass. And this washer's dry rotted. Okay. That's why I put Vaseline on all the rubber. Okay. To help preserve it. Okay. Now. Right, take a little Vaseline. You could use a Q-tip. You can use your finger. Okay. But I'm putting the Vaseline on all the rubber. Just like I put the polyurethane on all the metal parts. Helps to preserve them. And it doesn't take much. Again, you could use a Q-tip to do this. All right. There we go. I'll do the other one off camera. I will be putting the Vaseline here, inside outside, which will help to prevent it from drying out, cracking, and will last for years and years and years to come. These are the brass nuts. I'm going to spray it with some oven cleaner, let it sit for a little bit. The best way is 24 hours. Okay, I'm going to spray this. Okay, let it sit for about 5-10 minutes and see what happens. Okay, this is about 5 minutes later. Okay, I'm going to go rinse this off now. Let's see what they look like. All right, now they've been rinsed. Now let's wipe them down. And we'll probably end up putting some liquid wrench on them. But now we're just gonna wipe them down here. Liquid wrench them. If I had a little wire brush, I'd go over with the wire brush. I may get the little green scrubber, dish scrubber. Okay. But next I'll be, okay, clean these up a little more. It's not technical, but I'm going to clean them up some more. Then we'll spray them with some poly when we're all done. All right. These are actually copper nuts. You can see the copper. I didn't have time to make them perfect, but that also preserves them too. All right, copper nuts, what a deal. All right, let's get them back on. Okay, those nuts are copper. The bolts are brass. They're sprayed with poly, and that should preserve them and keep them from corroding. And we're getting ready to just snug them up. Okay. You don't want to squeeze that rubber way out. Okay, you just want that rubber seal just slightly smashed. And then you know you've got a nice snug fit. Okay. That's hand tight there. Now another. Just a little bit more. That may be good like it is. Right there. Slightly smashed. That should be perfect. Starts leaking. And it should be fine. This should be set permanently. Alright. And now for the other one. Okay. You have a bolt in there. Alright, let's get it. Alright, got these bolts in nice and snug. As you can see, the rubber on these, and it's not flared out. It's smashed out just enough to make it snug and watertight. Alright, don't over tighten those. Alright, now let's get the toilet bowl on the tank. Alright. Alright, here we go. Eyeball the bolt holes. Okay. Bring it back. Line them up. And set it on. Now I'm going to use these stainless steel nuts that came with it. The washers on the very bottom. Okay. We'll be using these. All right. Now I'm going to spray these here, coat them. All right. Now I'm going to tighten them up. And that's been coated. I'll coat the other side. I'm using polyurethane. Again, I like putting the Vaseline on the rubber. All right, just so you preserve it. All right. Okay, when you set the toilet bowl flange, all right, we'll show you the toilet here in just a minute. But you don't want, see where these toilet bowl bolts are, all right? There's a groove. Okay, it drops it down in here. And then it slides, and then these come up, and then they lock in place.